Hi, my name is Adam Gershowitz. I'm a producer on Rift, and we're here to give you a sneak peek today of some of the later phases of our Carnival of the Ascended, which is currently on live right now, as well as a first look at the Earth Wing of Infernal Dawn, our new raid that'll be coming out with our next patch. So, the first thing I want to show you guys is just a little bit more about the Carnival of the Ascended. If you play Rift, you'll see right now the Carnival is actually active on our servers. We're in what we call Phase 2. All sorts of Carnival games going on, all sorts of interesting things happening. Head out to Shimmersand, play some games, get some cool prizes. What we're looking at here is actually during some of the later phases, after Phase 2 kind of continues on and the players have picked up enough materials to build these giant dragon balloons you see here. Parades will start to spawn in the world and kind of move around the world. What's great about this is the Carnival Ascended is celebrating our 1-year anniversary. We've done so many things this year, so much new content. Really, this is just a chance for us to look back and say, hey, these are all the awesome things you've done. These are the dragons you've slain. These are all the accomplishments you've made over your server over the past year, and we're just celebrating that. And so this phase is kind of the Guardians and Defiance have parades moving throughout the zones with these great inflatable balloons you see here, like this is Malforged. We take a big ferocious dragon and make it cute and cuddly into this balloon, kind of celebrating victories over the dragon hordes. One of the nice things about this is that balloon isn't just a giant float, but players can actually get small, vanity pet versions they can drag around zones with them. The other nice thing about this is the Carnival games are still going on. So we're going to do a quick jump over to Meridian and give you a bit of a look of those too. So one of the things that we've been focusing on the past couple months is we've done a ton of new content, lots of stabby content, right? New PvP content, new raids, new dungeons, slivers, chronicles, everything you can think of. But what we haven't done as much of is what we like to call non-stabby content. Just little fun things for you to do that don't involve killing creatures. And the Carnival is kind of the culmination of that. So there are tons and tons of games like the Sea Cap Toss race that we're looking here. There's an actual race around multiple zones. We have a balloon stomp, which if you look at this on live, all you see is thousands of players jumping on balloons all at the same time. We have balloon stomp raids. You wouldn't actually believe it, but you can walk onto a server and see looking for groups, looking for 2 more, balloon stomp raid, need 2 more people. Something you never really see in any other game. And so this event is going to continue to go on for the next almost a month. And slowly but surely it's going to devolve into a bit more of a fight, right? So you have all this celebration going on, all this fun stuff, merriment, drinking, all that other fun stuff. And what happens when a lot of people get together, start celebrating, drinking? Well, eventually, some rivalries come out. And eventually it'll turn out where people will start having conflict with each other. The Guardians of Defiance celebration will move to, angst. The drunken antics will turn into brawls, and a big kind of server-wide fight will erupt. At the end of this event is when Lathis and Malforged will actually spring their plan into motion. So since the two sides are kind of focused on each other, drunk and disorderly, this is when they're going to, start their big invasion and Infernal Dawn opens up. So why don't we head over to Infernal Dawn. Now, Infernal Dawn is located on Ember Isle. One of the great things about this zone is it's a huge zone. Very, very beautiful. 2 completely different sides, 2 completely different factions coming together. On one side, you've got the minions of Malforged, the Wanton. On the other side, you have the Golden Maw and the minions of Lathis. And basically, both of these cults are preparing to invade Talara, using the heart of the volcano of the mountain Carcera as a base of operations. This is where Malforged has been imprisoned. And in fact, the players will actually kind of come in here at the request of Carcera itself, the spirit of the mountain, in an attempt to dislodge Malforged, destroy their armies, and obviously keep the world at peace. So we're going to go ahead and move through the Earth Wing. This raid is actually split up into 3 different wings. One is completely fire-themed with the Wanton. The other is completely Earth-themed, which is what we're moving down now with the Golden Maw. And then obviously you have the Dragon's Lairs themselves. So as you can see, the Earth-themed wing is, very much crystalline, riches, golden golems wandering around. And it's all about the plans of the Golden Maw to capitalize on what happens after Malforged is unleashed. Malforge is very much the Rage Dragon. He is all about death and destruction. So when he's finally goaded into action, he's going to come out and potentially just completely destroy the world. So the Golden Maw are working on trying to channel those destructive forces. So right here we have Maklamos the Scryer, one of the encounters. He's actually a prophet. He gazes into the future. He uses the power of the various crystalline energies around him to look into the future. He's actually the one that's seeing the destruction that Malforge will unleash if allowed to run rampant. And so what he's doing is trying to navigate the eddies and set the Golden Maw up for the most success after Malforge is unleashed. We're going to keep moving through this area here, and you can see we change from kind of this more crystalline-y, very soft tone area to a much more rough and interesting, section of the dungeon. So we move from golden golems to lava golems to eventually coming out into this giant dock here, where you will see the Dread Fortune. So this is actually a gigantic lava ship. So once again, as I said previously, when Malforge is released, he's literally going to lay waste to the land. The seas will run red with molten lava, and they're trying to capitalize on this. So they've constructed this gigantic warship that can sail on the seas of lava and kind of, once everything has gone to crap, move out there and slowly take over the world. So we're going to hop up to the deck of the ship. This is one of those cases where our encounters are not just fighting a single boss. So obviously off in the distance, if we look off to the side, you'll see Rusilla Dreadblade, who's the captain of the ship, but she is so closely in tune with the ship itself that you actually have to fight the ship and destroy the heart of the ship and all the machinations of the ship and the crew before you can even, engage her at all. She's able to direct the ship at will, run its cannons, have, anchors and chains come up and wrap people around. It's very, very kind of Blackbeard Pirates of the Caribbean style encounter. So the raid will actually have to split up and deal with different things like man the cannons, which is what we're walking up to right now, to kind of kill off masses of crew and keep them from bombarding you, destroy the heart of the ship, and eventually take on Rusilla herself. And finally, we're going to end this tour with a quick sneak peek of Lathis' treasure room. So here we are in the treasure room, as you can see, once again guarded by golden golems. This is where all of the Golden Maw's treasures, all the things they've been collecting over the past year that people have been playing the game, bringing here to Lathis' hoard. Obviously, Lathis herself is not present at the moment. We're saving that for yet another sneak peek, just a little bit closer when we release the dungeon. But suffice to say, the Lathis encounter is like nothing you've ever seen before. Yes, you have your standard dragon fights, but imagine fighting a creature completely composed of molten gold and metals that can morph and move and change based on the encounter, and you get a very small impression of what is in store for players as they have an opportunity to challenge this raid dungeon. So that's a quick sneak peek at Infernal Dawn, the Earthwing. We are planning on releasing this dungeon very, very soon. In fact, it'll probably be out with our next patch, which should be hitting in just a month or two. Now that we've had a look at the Carnival, which is currently running, and obviously Infernal Dawn, which is coming out with our next patch, just wanted to point out there's actually a lot more than just Infernal Dawn coming. So obviously that's a big raid for our 20+ raiders with top of the game situation, but with every patch we add a lot of new stuff for everybody. So one of the big features is, we've come out of Infernal Dawn, we're back on Ember Isle. We plan on adding instant adventure to Ember Isle. So all of the instant adventure that you know and love that in Stillmore and Iron Pine and Shimmer Sand, you can come out to Ember Isle and kind of compete with it there in addition to all the Onslaught gameplay. We've also got a number of features coming online for other types of players as well. We're working on a set of brand new leaderboards for both PvE and PvP activities, so that's really exciting. And for crafters who haven't gotten quite much in terms of updates over the past year, we have new trade skills coming. I can't tell you exactly what they are right now, but we are currently working on a number of new trade skills for players. Really fun and exciting things. May or may not involve bodies of water, and that's about the only hint I can give you in regards to that. But we are really looking forward to our next patch. As you can see, the Carnival of the Ascended and patch 1.7 is just the beginning for this year. And we've got a ton of new stuff planned for you guys.